I was building a project out of Corten steel, and I wanted to remove the mill scale before I started. If you're not familiar with Corten as a material, it looks just like mild steel, except it's specifically designed to rust, and the rust actually prevents further corrosion. This is a piece of 14 gauge Corten sheet steel. As you can see here, it has started to rust naturally, but it's very inconsistent because the areas that aren't rusted are still covered with mill scale. But what is mill scale, you might ask? Well, mill scale is a flaky bluish-black surface of iron oxides that forms on hot rolled steel during the manufacturing process. Here, you can see it flaking off as I bend this mild steel flat bar. And while Corten will rust without removing the mill scale, for this particular project, I want the rust to be more consistent. Check out this slow motion shot. You can almost hear the mill scale popping off. While you can try to remove mill scale with a grinder or a sanding pad, it's a very long and tedious process. Because my shop time equals money, I choose to go a quicker route and I use muriatic acid. This is the same stuff that you put in swimming pools to balance the pH. Now, before everybody starts to go berserk in the comments section, understand that working with muriatic acid can be dangerous if you don't wear the proper PPE. Make sure that you wear gloves, a respirator, and goggles. I actually pour the acid directly onto the Corten, and then I'll use a cheap chip brush to spread it over the Corten surface. The secret here is to not let it dry. Make sure you cover all areas thoroughly where you want to remove the mill scale. I'm also using the end of the brush to help wipe away the mill scale as it starts to loosen. Let the acid sit on the Corten for about 5 or 10 minutes. Again, not letting it dry and adding more acid if necessary. This will allow the acid to work efficiently. If the acid is something that you're hesitant to use, you can use vinegar as it is an acidic solution, and removing mill scale can happen, however it does take a bit more time. Here, I'm using a Scotch-Brite pad, which is mildly abrasive and will help remove the mill scale, but not damage the Corten surface itself. And yes, you do need to be careful if you're not wearing long sleeves, because you do stand the risk of some of the acid splashing onto your arm. I'm in the Arizona desert. It's 110 degrees today. So, this time of year, I believe long sleeves are even outlawed here in the Arizona desert. However, if I did splash a little on my arms, just a quick rinse with some water and it takes care of the issue. I keep a 5-gallon bucket of water nearby specifically for this purpose. This whole process on this 2-foot by 4-foot piece of Corten only took me about 15-20 minutes to fully remove the mill scale. I've been doing this for so long that my hands aren't even affected by the acid any longer. Okay, alright, I'm joking. I've already rinsed this with water several times. I'm just putting my hands in water, so nobody panic or call 911. Listen, once the mill scale is removed, you want to thoroughly rinse the acid off with water. Here, I have already done that several times. Now, when you're ready to rust this yourself or allow it to rust naturally, it's going to rust more evenly. Now, if you're interested to see how I use this Corten on a project, you can go check out this video. Here, I show you how I made the planter water feature combo using Corten and stainless. I hope you got something out of this video, and if you did, leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. And if you have any questions, leave those down in the comments. I try to answer all the questions that I get from you. See you in the next video.